You might remember that about 6 months ago, I did a review of this GForce Arms GF2P 12 gauge pump shotgun that I bought on Palmetto State Armory for 100 bucks. I thought that might be a really good budget home defense shotgun to take a look at. Unfortunately, I had several, call it multiple issues with the ejection when I ran the slide. And I was, trying to be as tactical and fast with it as I could. I had some people tell me in the comments that no, it wasn't the shotgun, it was me, that I was blocking that thing with my hand when I cycled it. I didn't think so, but I said at the time, I replied to some of those comments, said I'll do a follow-up and we'll see. Well, one thing leads to another. You get busy. It's been like a little over 6 months now. Had a comment the other day saying, hey, where's the follow-up on that shotgun? So I took it to the range yesterday and did a follow-up. And in today's video, we're going to take a look and see, is it the shotgun or am I a doofus? That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me for a video where, as I said, we're going to find out whether or not I'm a doofus. You may already have your own opinion as to that. But first, as usual, today's words of wisdom from the Bible. Today's wisdom is from Proverbs 11, verse 17 in the New Living Translation. Your kindness will reward you, but your cruelty will destroy you. So that's pretty good wisdom, in my opinion. So, also, got to give a big thank you to my friends at Excess Sights for being a financial sponsor for the channel. They make it possible for me to do things like buy this $99 shotgun to test it for you and buy the ammo to retest it. That being said, let's get right to it. So I'll put a link to that video. I'll try to put it up here in the corner. Definitely there'll be one in the video description. The original video I did in September of 2024. Like I said, I bought the shotgun for 99 bucks. On Palmetto State Armory, which, as it turns out, right now, is still the same sale price. That's what the commenter the other day told me. So anyway, I thought, you know what, I promised you I would do that, so I'm going to do it. So I took this thing to the range yesterday. I'll spin in some of that footage in a minute. And I took 4 different types of shotgun shells. These are just straight up Winchester Olin, just double aught buck, and you won't see these in the footage because I forgot to push that little record button on the camera, but I shot 5 of these through there. I put actually 10 rounds of this Fiocchi Defensive Dynamics through here. This is 1,250 feet per second, 9 pellets, 12 gauge, 2 3/4. She's using 2 3/4. I did 5 rounds of Hornady Critical Defense, which is 1,600 feet per second. This right here is a hoss. And then to finish it up, to try to give my shoulder a little bit of a break, I did 5 rounds with the Hornady American Gunner Reduced Recoil, which is 1,350 feet per second. So, which is a little more still than the Fiocchi. So, why don't we just go to the range and have a look and see what happens. When Chuck Norris crosses the road, cars look both ways. All Alrighty, well, did you see it? I did. Every one of these, so we put 5, 15, 20, 25 rounds to it. Certainly not a bunch, but my shoulder felt like it was a lot when we were done. 25 rounds in that period of time. But the only time I had any malfunctions, I think it was twice, if I remember correctly, you can review the footage again, was I noticed I was holding the slide here, and when I racked it back, I pushed my finger right there. Just enough, because when the shell kicks out, it's caught here, and it kicks that way. So it's just enough to stop the shell from coming out. When I paid attention and held it up here so that my hand was not in the way, I tried to hold it, just put my ring finger there, then 0 issues. It functioned absolutely flawlessly. Bottom line, I was very, very pleased with this. I think it performed fine. I completely retract my previous unapproval of this and completely, fully admit to you that, yeah, I was a doofus. It's my fault. Just a quick rundown of the shotgun, just in case you missed that video or you don't want to watch it. It holds 4 rounds in the magazine and 1 round in the chamber, so you can total 5 if you have one chambered, 4 if you don't. It's got a push button crossbolt safety here on the trigger guard, pistol grip. It's got some little shell holders here if you want to use that. I probably would just put a side saddle on. I like side saddles better. Little Picatinny rail here for putting a light on, which is, I think, a really, really good thing. So the other thing about this, by the way, is they said it is a modified choke, and the manual, which I didn't read until after I fired some slugs through it, said don't shoot slugs through it. I had several people tell me again they shoot slugs through theirs just fine, through modified chokes just fine anyway. Didn't have any issues with the slugs I shot through it. I was just shooting standard 12 gauge slugs. That might be something the lawyers made them put in there. I don't know, but just to be clear, they say no slugs in their manual. I'm assuming you're grown. If you're old enough to buy a shotgun, you're probably grown, so you can make those decisions for yourself. But this one is imported by GForce Arms in Reno, Nevada. I think this is made in Turkey. So yeah, that's it. I was a doofus, so if you've been looking for a really low budget home defense shotgun, this might not be a bad one. There you go. That's the is Brian a doofus? The answer is yes, and that's the GForce Arms GF2P. I had to look at the model number. So you know what? To err is human, to forgive is divine. I hope you'll forgive me. Hope GForce will forgive me for being a doofus and blaming it on them, because certainly it was me. So that's it. I'm going to try to make this quick. I hope this video has been helpful, somewhat informative, and remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.